Gonna give YouTube a few seconds per usual. This should be a nice stream today. I am on a vacation from my second job, and I want to develop a game demo in the 30 days I'm off work. So, hey everyone, this is Omar Wright, and today we're going to be starting a game development, but in the actual engine that I understand and know I've been using for years. For those who don't know, my second job is me being a game programmer, and I program games for people mainly in RPGs. Don't ask which ones because I signed DAs. And I wanted to make something in Unreal since that's been an idea that's stuck in my head for a while, which is From Their Ashes. I am free to ask any questions you feel necessary. I'll be explaining what I'm doing while I'm doing it as I'm developing it. So, first thing I do in Unreal, no matter what. First thing I always do is have all my contents in a folder. This way I can because you can't really get above here easily. So Unreal has a problems with redirectors. So I can just right click and fix up redirectors in this folder for the entire project without having to go to each individual folders, for example. So first folder I create is programming. And I number my folders. And then the second one I create is the one to store all my maps. That'll be one. What's up? You can probably guess what's the first map we're going to create. It's called Levels in Unreal, but I call them maps. And the same From Their Ashes. So I know I had to put, actually I just call it Ashes. That's unique enough. Call it that just so it's easier to find if I had to search for it. Anything in particular. And then it's main menu. Save it, open it. Then I want to go to project settings. This is where I can change the thumbnail for the project, give its titles and stuff. I want to go to maps and modes, and game default would be main menu, and I always wanted to open main menu first for the project. And we hit play. We want to play new editor window so you can see this. It's nothing there. So want to create a new folder. It's going to be game modes. create blueprint class, game mode, and BP, ashes, game mode, main menu. So from here, we want to choose what we have spawn and stuff like that. But mainly, I prefer this one. I don't need the full blueprint. No pawn needs to be spawned, so I usually disable that. And we need to create a new controller just for the main menu. Player controller. Call it BP ashes player controller. Forgot the most important part. Main menu. So we know which one it is. Create a new one. This is going to be controllers. Because we can create AI ones in the future as well. That automatically handles all the logic code for our AI. And then from there, we want to, not here, go back to here and assign our controller to be the one we just made. Save, compile. You always want to save before you hit compile because sometimes Unreal will crash if you compile it before you save it. And then from there, I want to create our save containers. Containers. Hopefully that's spelled right. If not, oh well, I can change it later. But we move a file in here so I can demonstrate y'all what I mean. We hit fits redirectory. That quick second glance, it fits the redirector. That's not, you don't see it here in the game engine, but there's a file here that redirects it. The file that we had out here, that we move here, the controller. And that can slow down and cause some errors in the game if those don't get cleaned up. So I'm gonna go here and we want to create a game instance. Game instance right here. Call it BP ashes. I say general GI is what I usually call it. But essentially this is going to be the container that holds all of our variables or data for our game to be passed on from map to map. I just like to have that created. So in the stack of things that get loaded into the game, this is the first thing that gets loaded. So we did all of that so we can create another folder. And I call D is to bit 3 is programming the actual maps you have, and it's essentially art, but it's usually UI. Those are 3 things that's essentially needed to make a game. There's some programming, some maps, and some UI. But there's some games that can get away with the UI stuff, but this one isn't. So you want to go in here, user interface. It's going to be called a widget blueprint. And we're going to call this the main menu. And welcome to this beautiful editor that Unreal Engine has. It has all the stuff you need over here on the left side that you can just drag and drop. I'll just drag a image to use as a background. Before I beautify it, just gonna drag this in here, change the text to be like main menu. Hit save, compile, go to the controller over here. Over here. We actually want the full blueprint. We want to happen in begin play is to create widget. And we want our main menu right here. I forgot to put ashes. Just double click. Ashes. And you see, cool thing about Unreal versus Godot that I've been spoiled with is it'll automatically update the name. That's the whole menu stuff you saw loading up. Was it basically changing all the references to the file. So with this, we hit play. Still got black screen. Key thing to know is when you create a widget, you have to add it to your viewport. Hit play, it should appear here. It's not appearing for us. Easy fix. Because what's part of the reason why is the game mode. So we go here. Game mode main menu. It should appear now. See? Easy fix. That's one of the most common things to be issues when first develop. Then you go to game mode. What I want to do is duplicate this. I like to call the one that you explore the game world. And then the one that I use for battle. So now with these, I want to change these back to default for now. Oh, thanks. I try with my... Been doing this for years. So this is the engine I'm most familiar with. You might see me change in mid-project as I get more memory for my computer. Just upgrading this to Unreal Engine 5, which is the latest version of it. Just so I can be familiar with it and have the latest and greatest for our game we're developing. But 4 is like the most stable version currently. So we have that. We want to copy this, and this is going to be our world controller. And then this is going to be our battle controller. But we'll dive into that a little bit later. Right now I want to modify main menu so we can use anchors to cover all the areas that we need to. We can just go over to these, stretch it out. What's cool about having these images one cool feature about this that I really like. Oh man, we need to make that material. So we can go in here, create a material, do from our ashes programming usually, but I'm gonna do a new folder here for 1 would be widgets. Well, 0 will be widgets. We want to start with 0. And another one for art for our UI. And this one would be materials. And we want to name our material. I name it UI Basic. Yep, changes domain, and you see this changes to black. So, cool thing about materials, that's the fancy stuff. All the fancy calculation stuff can happen here, essentially. So it'd be easier if I create another level and show y'all what materials do. Let's create a new level. We'll call this our test map. Click on it, save. Alright, we're in our test map. We can place actors in here. Geometry. Let's do a box. Yeah, it's a box in here. You can't see anything because we have no lighting in this level. So we're gonna add lighting. Now we can see it. And one thing to make it look pretty is we can put a sky sphere. That's what this comes with Unreal, so you can see the beauty of it. We just need this to be a floor, so we're going to stretch this out. So that's our ground. Another thing that we need is our player start, so they know where to spawn us for the map. And we want to have our default game mode to be world. And we hit play. Take us to the main menu. I guess we gotta make some edits. This is gonna be settings, project. Test map. Test map. Ah, fine. I don't know why it's doing this, but I'll work with you. I want to showcase materials, and I can't do that really without. So I'm gonna add a button. Put some text in that button. Gonna size it to be size of content and call it the start game button. As I always say, when it comes to like making stuff. Oh, hey Christine. When it comes to making stuff, you just worry about making it. You'll make it right later. Just like we call this button. I use BTN for short, and this is going to be start game. So we go over here. So for this button, we want to do an on-click event, and what you want to do is open level by name. We can put something here, or we can create a variable for the level name, save, compile, and place it here. That way we don't have to, if we were to need a reference to this name for whatever reason, we have it. And you click here. Doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work, because why would it? Absolute. Click. Opens. Why won't you open this map? You open this map. Oh, why won't you play in this map? Okay. I'm gonna have to check our output log. So. Oh, we don't have anything impure yet. Okay. So, I'm glad that happens because I can show you some troubleshooting steps. So, one way to test to see if something is happening or not is to print string, and we can have it say hello. Or starting game. And you can customize this in a whole bunch of funky ways. I will show y'all in future how you can customize that to look. And you should see starting game, starting game, starting lane. And it should be opening it. Get level name, nope. Get levels. Low level instance, name. So it's also nice that you have this nice search options for Unreal. Working. would this work? Gonna have to Google this. If it always worked. We wouldn't be here. Alright, working. Let's see. Well, this fits it. I'm having a lot of issues. Ah, this reset itself. I must have did that by accident. Ah, yeah. That would do it. This is world. There you go. Figured it out on my own. Me goofing. But it has the default pawn is just a spectator, and you just move around and do stuff. So, yeah, this was our issue. So we want to add the world one. But what I want to showcase that's so weird. Now you're not working. Did it reset it? Oh, the world. It is loading it. I forgot. Y'all don't mind me. I'm just trying to get the things through. If we disconnect this, it'll start there. Because what's happening is that world map, that UI is appearing. That's why we see nothing but darkness. That's why. But we can go back to the materials now. Glad it happened so I can showcase how we troubleshoot stuff. So we go here. This is our final color that will be something. Usually you want this to be a vector parameter. Let's call this base color. And you put it here. We want the default color to be white. And boom. You can do like cool effects like I think it's called gradient. Like we can do a gradient, and it can do fancy effects with math. And this is how you get your cool effects that you want. And just like if you want the white to be on the outside, we just take wherever the final result is. Let's say x. Let's say x minus 1 or 1 minus, and reversed it just like that. And this, if we go back to UI, open up the widget for main menu, and you see that the main menu changed. And now we have the material be able to be wherever you want it to be. But my UI basic, I keep it just base color. Just in case I ever want to do some funky defaultness to the UI. So we're going to keep it from being blinding white. Just tint it to this color I already have. Going to change this to from their ashes. And we can change the color. Size. We want to anchor near the center. We want to get rid of that. Get rid of that. We want it to be centered. And move this up a bit. Change the font size. Let's say 100. Let's say 50. 100 would be right. Just gotta lower it. Let's just start from humble beginnings. So we have our start game button. We should also have a duplicate quit game button. So we have our quit game button all the way over here in the corner and our start game down here. So what we can do is either through here, drag and drop a vertical box out here. But the faster way would be just to right click what you want, wrap, and vertical box. And then you can just drag the vertical box and just automatically move it down there. You can also select multiple texts or widgets of the same type, and you can bulk modify them. Be 50. Yeah. And same thing here with the vertical. We want it to be center always. So you want to center anchor it. Get rid of the mods. The positioning. And center it like that. So we can do some cool effects with the text later. But right now, since we're just in very beginning of prototyping phase, we're going to leave these as like default buttons, but we can also pad these to give them space and stuff like that in the future, which we will. So we need to take quit game, on click, we want to quit game. So hit play. There you go. It's that easy with Unreal with blueprints. We also want to do another print string here to let us know in the output log that we're quitting the game. It's going to help us with troubleshooting in the future. When that's done, that's done. We want to now is start setting up the world stuff. That was our main menu. You see how much faster that is. So I'm gonna go to back to programming. And we want to create another widget. You can probably guess what this one is. This will be our HUD, where we want to display whatever information we need to display. So to test where or not it's actually appearing, we're going to add test and call it HUD, and we should see that on screen. It's not on screen now. I just did that to demonstrate that. It's not on screen. I'm gonna take this, go to HUD. And you see it's here. We don't have any data to display yet, so we're gonna just keep it at HUD. So we're gonna be moving on to trying to make our character. So I'm gonna move HUD to the corner. The only thing I want the HUD to do, and gonna have this be text, which is TX for me. And I want this to be level name. Wrap this with a vertical box. Duplicate. Like I replaced it. Let's call it placeholder. Let's do triple X. Or what I like to call it when I'm developing, please change me. So we want to change this dynamically. We have to first make sure it's a variable right here. And then from there, we want to get it, set text, and pre-construction As you can read all of this. Yes. Mainly for anything before it gets added to the screen. That's what I like to use it for. So I'll show both just so y'all can see the difference. Like you'll see text change in game from it. So get current level name. You're gonna take this. This is a string. This is a text. Unreal will automatically convert it to. Let me move it here. So we're gonna do first construct, just to demonstrate. You can see it happen here, but if we had more UI, it'll be a little bit more slower. So we usually want to do here. You'll see it. You probably see in some video games where the text just like appear as it loads in. We do it pre-construction, so before it's even constructed, we change it into text. But this is a little bit of programming with blueprints versus coding. That's what you saw me do with Godot. This can be faster and much easier for those who don't have a programming background. Usually artists tend to do blueprints, which is some of my background is doing artwork. So we have that, we have the HUD, but we don't have a character. So what we want to do next is go into programming, and this is going to be new folder, and this is going to be I'll call it actor right now, actor BPs. And the first one I'm going to create is a pawn. So the difference between, actually character might be better. So the difference between these, it's just what it comes with. Like everything in the game world is an actor, but it doesn't have movements and stuff like that. So we want a character just so we can have the movements. It's still an actor. It's still a child of actor, but it comes with some stuff that allows us to be able to do some cool shit. Call this player world. So we have our pawn. So we want to go back to the blueprint and go back to game modes. You want to change from default to character, our player, one we just created. Hit play, hit start. And I can't move around, I can't do a thing because we don't have any controls for this character. So what we want to do is go here. Usually here we want to create a new event graph. Right here. I usually call it interaction graph for everything that we do with the player. So we want to first create that. What I like to do before I do any controls is going here into the project settings. to do inputs and do action mapping and axis mapping. Since we're doing this is gonna be a PC focused game at first, I will be adding gamepad support to it, but just for the demo, it's just gonna be PC focused. You want to start gamepad support as early as possible, but I'm ready to get this idea out, test it, and see it's a good idea before I go through all that effort. So we're gonna do move forward, or actually, we're gonna do move up. No, not that. Move up, move down. Move left. My bad, T-Hawk. That was clear. I try to post it as early as possible. You have a Minecraft channel too? Ooh, nice. W S A D. So that should have our movement covered. So we're gonna go back to here. And we want our move. Oh, nice, man. Congratulations. For me, YouTube it's slow, but I have great people like you and Christine, and I can't say your name. All of y'all here. Y'all actually keep me going. Yeah, Key. Especially you. Well, it's gonna be me streaming game dev for like a month, so I can do this challenge. So we have our movements. Per usual, we want to print to make sure that we get an input. Move up, input, move up. I won't, because y'all be watching it. I still am going to be developing Ice Cream Headache, but it'll probably be more of a weekend thing in the future. this one it's gonna be for sure, since I use this all the time. I use Unreal like every day. Okay, we got that. Hit play. Start. We got right. We got left. We got down. We got up. Cool. So this is working. Now here's the tricky part. We're gonna go in here. This is actually the easy part. We're gonna add a spring arm, and we're gonna add a camera to it. And then we hit play and start. Well, you can't see it here. So we're gonna add this to be not hidden in the game, so you can actually see it. Play. You'll see that we're the camera behind it now. That's all it takes to have the camera be with the character. But we want to, in the beginning, get player character or pawn, but it's going to be character for us. We want to cast to our player world. And we want to prompt to a variable. Be our player character. And once that happens, we want to print hello player character. Hello player character. So we can set all these inputs now. Now we have something we can influence. We want to get what do I want to influence? I guess their velocity. And we want to set set velocity. Or do we add move input? There it is. Gonna leave that for now. Think it's the axis. Just to move up. You see we're moving every time I press up. It's not a lot, but should be repeating this. Oh, I don't like that. I really didn't like that. It's like, what are you doing to me? Infinite loop. So we want to branch. True. Do this. Basically infinitely. I'm gonna do a small delay so it's not an infinite loop. Let's say we promote this to a variable. As I say, it's a condition. We want to set condition to be true, and we're moving forward. Yeah, false if we're not. That we got movement, slow movement, but it's movement. And this is not the best way to do it, but it's a way to do it. Just trying to get movement inputted. I prefer axis. Let's see. Movement. Consume, pending, get. I'll make it better later. But that should work for now. Just a simple loop. Now to copy and paste this. I like to call this condition moving. Gotta see if we can move in reverse. So it'll be -1. Move down. Need target. Do player character. There we go. This is where it starts getting tedious. Up, down, up, down. All this just for moving. And this is simply put. This gets way more complicated later. Thing left is 1y. No. It's the opposite. So in the game, in the future, we ever want to show like reverse controls, all we do is just reverse these values. And now we have a character that can move up, down, left, right. But we can't move diagonal because we use the same condition for all of them. So we're going to change. Moving up. I'm going to copy this, duplicate it. Probably going to end up changing this later, but you know. Down, duplicate. Left. Duplicate. Aye. Right. Move it down. Let's do a flip-flop. I don't feel like doing flip-flop. Basically, it just flips every time it's triggered. That's great for like switches and stuff like that. Like in world switches where you just want it to reverse, forward, reverse. That's the reason why I did this in the beginning, because it's easier to edit in the beginning. There we go. Now, see this? We can go diagonal. But we still have an issue. And our issue is go right, go left, go right, go left, go right, go left. There you go. Go right, go left. And you can see we can go in all directions now. Quite easy. Very simple movement to add. We can consolidate this since we're using basically the same stuff. But I prefer to keep them separate so they can run in their own loops. Now that we got that, we want to get our camera right. I find that a rotation of 60 degrees to be too sharp. Say around 40 to be just right, and maybe 600. This is the part of the game you're going to be modifying a lot. Okay, you want to be just right. And I change the camera from perspective to orthographic. Just so y'all can see if you want your game to be 3D but have that funky isometric look and stuff like that is usually what you use that for. But I like a little bit of perspective. And then I changed the field of vision, I think to like 40 or something. I'm probably gonna change it later. Yeah, because I want to flatten it out a bit. Some of the perspective stuff we're seeing. To get the angle for the game. But usually if you modify that, you gotta pull it back some. The camera further back. Well, there goes our character. Got basic movement going on. So now we want to, since we have that good angle, can walk through, we want to now create a battle map. Gonna create a new level. Ashes battle. Battle tests map. And now there's many ways to handle this. Y'all let me know which one y'all prefer. we can have an actor calls battles to triggers, or it's just chance when you're walking around type of deal. And it's like partly like Pokemon style or something like that. I'm not sure which one y'all prefer. Like Pokemon Final Fantasy style, or enemies spawn and chase you down. Spawn and chase you down. We can do that. So we're gonna create a new one. It's gonna be actor. Actually, we need movement. Escape. New blueprint. Let's do a character. Blueprint. Let's do enemies whirl. Base. So we're gonna make it obvious that this is an enemy. We'll have enemies trigger send us to a battle. So we're gonna have a sphere collision. And if we were to get enter the sphere, hey, I want to ask you to name something. Let's say battle trigger area. We want to scale it here. We don't want to scale it here. I know it's tempting to scale it here, but it's actually best to scale it here. You only want to scale it here if you want it to be like odd shapes and stuff like that, but you just want the spherical. You want to modify here. It's just Unreal likes it better. And then from there, we click here, and it's a lot of options here. Let's say on begin overlap. Other actor. We want to cast to player character. Yeah, right here. Player world. If it's successful, we don't do anything. But otherwise, if it is successful, you want to open level. For sure, we want this to be a blueprint. And we want this to be called battle map. And we want to take the battle map. You can close this, you can close that. We won't be using that for a while. That's basically the majority of the controls of our game actually done for the character. I do want to add jumping because I just like jumping for no reason. I think it's a necessary part in games to be able to jump, depending on the game design. It's like my fidget toy in video games is jumping everywhere. Especially Skyrim for some reason. Oh, we don't have the enemy character in the map, so we want to go to the map. And we want, alright. enemies to be right. Huh. You want to edit? I'm glad y'all noticed. Play. So we don't see the collision, but if I were to, boom, we're in a battle map. Boom. Yeah, I can go back in here. This cool thing about Unreal is when you drag things into here, you can modify their blueprints directly. So we did that. Boom. So we want to create a custom event, and we'll call this Chase the Player. Welcome back. Chase the player. So I want a separate trigger for that. I don't want this one to be hidden. I want another sphere. And you see it's much easier to stat these in Unreal for me. This will be our chase area. So what I want to do is for it to begin play, get world position. Location will work. And set that to be a variable. And this will be our starting location. The chase area, we want to do an event being an overlap. And when we enter that area, we want to set this as our player character. And we want to chase the player. And we want to move AI. Move. Not remove. Simple move to actor. There it is. Get controller. And the actor will be player. Once you're in chase radius, it will not stop. Let's give it a large chase area. And nope. Let's see how fast it gets to us. Oh boy. Doesn't chase. Let's do 400. I like nice round numbers. It didn't chase us, so AI controller. Let's put here, not here, but here. I found the player. Cool. So this is working. Chase the player is not. I am. I know what I did. We didn't add a nav mesh. So things don't know where things are unless you add a nav mesh, or they don't know how to navigate the environment. Nav mesh. So you got to encompass the whole area. And then build it. Builds lighting, navigation is built, complete here. Now we hit play. That didn't fix my problem. Found the player, not moving. Okay. We did need to add that. Trying to figure out why aren't you moving? Troubleshooting in real time. Get controller. Yeah, there it goes. Did it. Set movement speed. Set speed. max walk speed. There it is. Set that to a variable 2. I'll set that to 150 because I think it's 300 by default. I want it to be half the speed. And now you see it'll chase us. Which is cool. We have to chase. Trigger the enemy. We're getting there. So if we exit the chase area, gotta be careful of the time because I can sit here and do this forever. But we still have work tomorrow. Say I lost a player. We want to create another custom event. Call it return home. Then you want to move to location. Get controller. We'll clean it up later. Return home. So here, it returns back to where it started. Have it chase us for a little bit. Then we walk away, it will return home. Simple. Like you walked away from it, it'll just do its thing. Now, this is where it starts getting tricky. So we want to make our battle map now. This is the map build data. So we want to open up our battle map, do the same thing that we did for the other map. Add the box, add some lighting. Sky sphere, no lighting yet. Lights, directional, boom. Player start. Starting the queue. And play. Still set to default. I'm gonna change this to battle. We hit play. Just gonna look at a queue. Excellent. So now we're gonna do the battle loop. As y'all notice, this is hour and a half and we have already almost surpassed ice cream headache. So now we're gonna open it up. So we want to duplicate the HUD because the HUD has the information we need, but it's not a HUD anymore. It's our battle interface. So I'm gonna go back to programming, not game mode, controllers, battle. Right. 100% agree. Add the battle interface and hit play. Nothing appears. It's battle, yep. Get back here. And this is battle. And it appears now. So we're going to do UI battles for now. It's battle interface. Okay. So what we want to do is have something spawn in with the data on the interface. So in order to have the battles I like to have, we're going to have to create other components. I want something to manage the battles. So number 4 will be after components. And we want to be blueprint class after components. BP, AC. I don't need BPA. I just know what AC is. Which is after components. Hashes. This will be our battle manager. So the cool thing about after components is you can just open up our controller that we have here. We can just add the battle manager to it, and it will automatically manage battles for us. So we go back to the after component. We want to have this control it, the battle interface. Just so y'all can see the benefits of the after controllers. Nothing appears. Hit the beginning. Now it appears. And then we can remove this if we don't need it here anymore. And we don't have the widget anymore. Add it back. We have it. So if it's something that I need to use pretty often between controllers, I like to create a after component for it to manage wherever it is it's going to be managed. Like this one's for battle managers. In the future you'll see me, or I'll go through it on my own time, then show y'all later while I'm not streaming. The character managers that manages all the character datas and stuff like that. So now that we created the battle interface, we're gonna save a reference to it. Because we're gonna be making a lot of changes through this. I like to do when ref battle interface. Create a new graph, call this the battle graph. This is where a whole bunch of custom events are gonna live. Called start battle. When we do this, we can do a slight delay. Let's say like a delay of 1 second, and then we start battle. So let's plan this out a bit. So you want to start battle, we can. You want to spawn characters. I just press C for it. Just spawn comments. We want to spawn our characters. Display their stats / portrait stuff. Hopefully that's spelled right. And then we want to run the processes. For a battle. So where are we going to get our characters from? We're just going to make up some stuff. So stuff like that, I like to make into structures. Blueprints, structure. Call it strut. I'm gonna call this ashes. And this is gonna be character data. We want first their hard-coded name. Then their display name. These are usually going to be strings. Well, display name could be name. And hard-coded name could be name. So, I plan it out. Some stats for this game. Let's see. It's gonna be endurance. And these gonna be integers. That floats. Strength. Dexterity. Not charisma yet. Let's do wisdom. Intelligent. Intellect. Intelligent. I think that's how you spell it. Nah, intelligent. Intelligence. Charisma. I'll make this a cool analogy in the future, but right now I just need it to be decent. Or an acronym, I should say. And luck. Get the most important ones. I wish there was an easier way to organize this. We'll just stick with HP for now. I'm not sure how I want other things to work in this game yet. But that's character data. We can always change this later. sits. Data tables. Where would you be? There it is, data table. Ashes, character data. It'll be DT, ashes, character sheets. So now we get here, hit add. We have a row name that'll be where the name of our characters will be. Player for start. For the first row. So I like these to be defaulted at 1, so I don't have to add it every time. So I can just go over here and say 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I say everybody's base is 100 for HP. Let's do 10. Let's work with smaller numbers. And you see it changes here automatically. Player, display name. Please change me. And we can add another one for enemy. Be like my first. So now that we have that, we're going to, instead of creating a character manager for now, we're just going to have the character sheets here. Make character data. This will be player characters, for example. And enemy characters. Actually, this should be names. He already had the data somewhere else. So player, enemy. Battle interface, you want a container for both the player and the enemy slots. I'm gonna put them through the corners. It's 1, 1. Okay. And from there, we want to create another widget. Interface. And this will be our character slots. Battle. Character. Slots. Player. We're gonna use them both, but just do that for now. See the structure. I name this. Okay, we want this to be desired on screen. So it has a screen here, and we just want this to be a certain size. Be a vertical box. We're just gonna do text for now. I'll pretty up later. So we want text for our hard-coded name. Actually, we don't need a hard-coded name. We just need display name for now. If only. Display name. This is going to be HP, but we're going to do that as a bar too. And then from there, I'm going to do endurance. But we probably want to wrap this with the horizontal box. And duplicate this. Pad this out to the left so we can actually have it display. So we want to change this for N for short, SS for text. We want a progress bar. To display our health. I just do PB, HP, and then we have this, we just duplicate. This will be our string. These won't actually display to the character, but we need this for shorthand. I could have just made a widget to display all of this, but I feel like typing it out. Charisma and luck. Oh boy. Not sure this is too many, but I'll try to condense them if I can. Wisdom. And luck. So we want to have this be character sheet. We'll call it character data. We want to get this data, break it up, display it. We want current HP and max HP. And we go here. To bind this. Take the current mats. To float. Float. Now we have our bar. We want to wrap this in a side nice box. I want this to be... so we can't actually see it. Bind this to current HP. Then display name, promote that to a variable. This needs to be a text file. Omar doesn't like that. Display name will automatically change now. Let's make an array. From this to a variable. Set these two. To get ref 0. From there, let's see if we can set these to, oh, we can just do this. Learning every day. That's endurance. That's not what I wanted to do. Appreciate a lot at work, my day job. That you're not learning something every day. And sometimes feel like a day wasted. I wonder if it's that I roll for somebody's luck in the beginning of a game, or is that something somebody can get better at? or as a hidden stat based upon the difficulty of the game you chose. If I have game difficulties, I don't think I'll do game difficulties for this game. Okay. I might do that then. Because I know I'm going to have hidden stats. That's calculated based upon your base stats. So we're going to go back to the battle interface. We're going to create a function, which is create player character slots. And we take in array of names for now. Take in array of characters, and for each loop we want to data table row, get that, character sheet, take this, create widget, and be this slot, take that data, but I'll put it right there. Then we want to add to no. HB player slot container. Add child to horizontal. And this should be I think added to an array. That'll be best. But I just want to use the spawn for now. So we go back here to the battle manager. Yeah, excuse me. We want to create our character slots. Plug that in here. Add that. And our player character should show up. Boom, and we do. Right down here in this corner. Say, please change me. But it's not working so good. Let's do the anchor right there. Better. I know what the problem is. It's not size to content. Boom. There you go. That. Now let's spawn an enemy. So I just duplicate this. Enemy character slots. And we're going to add this to and from there, this gets deleted. Forgot to make it a variable. No, Omar, not that. And now our enemy should spawn. Don't, because we don't call it. Create enemy. Display their stats and stuff, and we do on that now. Boom. Now we want a run the processes for the battle, and then we're good. For tonight, at least. So what we can do now, since we have since we have the component, we can make reference to the battle component. And what we want to save is the battle slots. I can already tell I'm gonna get a lot more accomplished than I thought I would, and also not as much in the upcoming 30 days of doing this challenge. So we go back to the battle interface so we can make a reference to now we're going to add, we're going to get player controller. I'm going to take that out of here and put this in the event graph. We want to take the controller, player controller. We want to cast to battle, and from us casting to the battle, we want to get excuse me, we want to get component by class, and battle manager is the first thing up here. We want to first check, is it valid? I cannot tell you enough how many times I've done these, and it'll cast but not be valid because Unreal magically removed it. And if it's valid, we want to make it a variable. And this will be battle manager. And we want to take our battle manager and get player battle slots, at this widget. Copy this, go over to enemy, do the same thing but with enemy battle slots. From there, I'm going to save, compile, and now we have reference to these. Now that we have reference to these, we can start a damage, stuff like that. From there, run the processes. I want I want this game to run on a bar that fills up. That is dictated by player speed. I'll have that player speed thing set up later. But for enemies and stuff like that, I'll do it at the slot level. Have it run it. I'll set a delay to the event tick, which is something that runs every frame of the game. And this is going to be float. Get. We want to set this float to equal this float plus whatever this other float is, which is going to be let's say attack rate. It'll be our time to at variable. And we want to clamp this float to be between 0 and 1. So to start off at 0, let's start this off at 0.01. And at 0, yep. And if this is equal to or greater than 1, we want to set this to 0, but we want to, I'm going to create a function called attack character. This is going to get heavily modified later. And but for now we just want this to be like enemy. Branch. So we want to go back to Balgirder. Let's say just create a temporary one to say lower HP, or I like to call it just take damage. And we're gonna have a float the damage. Actually, let's do an integer. Keep it simple for now. I'm gonna modify the hell out of this tomorrow. I'm gonna set current HP to equal that. This is gonna be, don't want to just leave stuff default name. That's bad. Damage amount. That's a bad habit to get into. Go back to this. Get a copy. Take damage. Damage amount 1. Now we do player. Gotta switch this. Get damage. Okay. Get battle. Get player controller. Get component by class. And from there, we want to get battle manager. Check it's valid. This isn't the proper way to do it, but I'm just trying to get it done for now. If it's not valid, let's still make it 0. If it is valid, we want to attack character. And it's going to be whatever we're not. Just because I'm lazy, I'm gonna use this same one. Is it equal to nah, it's like this. Player. Do another bar. I just call it SP for now. I'm gonna create another binding. This will be time to at divided by 1 return. And you see we fill up the bar, but slowly. at 10. And our health goes down. And we have our auto battler. But nothing happens when we go to 0. Just gonna keep going. So gonna call it a night there, but we're gonna do a quick review on what we did today. Where we left off at. So we have our main menu. We can start the game. We can move the character around. The enemy chases us, stop chases us, and then return to their original location once the chase is gone. Once they catch us, they start the battle. Battle starts, and we have it automatically happening. I think that's a good amount accomplished tonight. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of additional planning for like the next hour on my own. I like to use Milanote for the planning stage. And I'm gonna be working on this tomorrow. The next live stream will be Saturday. Same time per usual. I might do earlier. We'll see how my schedule looks. I'll post when I do it. Anyway, love y'all, appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all Saturday.